Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. The first round of the Norwood Invitational is about to start. It looks like a great day out there. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Down on the course, walking with the feature group is Henny Koyak. John McCarthy is with us as well. What a picture-perfect day for this round of golf. We can't wait to bring it to you on 2K Sports. Let's get down to the first hole. This will play nicely. Looking at my yardage book, it looks like about 140 yards remain. What an aggressive play. This has a chance. That's a really nice approach shot. This putt for a birdie. As we move on to the next hole, we take a quick peek at the leaderboard, and he is in a tie for fourth. Let's go to the par 3 second.
Nothing like getting punched right in the jaw early in your round. Big bunker fronting this green. You got a little pot bunker there on the right-hand side. The green sits up above the tee just a little bit. Lots of elevation, lots of fall-offs. And whatever you do, please don't be long. Don't go swimming.
Going with 8-iron here.
This one's right of the green.
Not a green in regulation. That's a tough one. The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. "11 feet to go."
Crucial to save this par.
Henny, how tough will this putt be?
I've got it going right to left here.
I think we're lucky that one stopped where it did. And after that, he falls back to even par for the tournament. The tee shot at 3.
Coming off of a bogey, looking for a birdie.
That is going to work.
This is his second shot. 5 shots off the pace. Well, what an outcome this is going to be.
He's got this putt for birdie. Down to Henny.
18-footer here is what he's facing.
Man, that was close. 5 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Here's a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player is in a tie for 7th. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 4th.
Difficult tee shot right here. You've got water way left, but you got a bunker that runs all the way down the left-hand side of this hole. Small little bunker there in the middle of the fairway, but not really reachable. From the second shot, it's a pretty flat, generous, open area that you can run your golf ball up and onto, but anything out to the right-hand side will run off into a low area.
I don't think there's enough on this one. All right, we can work with that. John has the latest from the grounds.
Hello, Andrew. I'm down here with Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 5th.
Oh, what? Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker.
Okay, here we are again, back live. A chance to save par. John, give us a read on this putt.
Just a slight break to the right in this one.
Well, now still a lot of work to be done. 11 feet to the cup. That looked good all the way. Okay, finishing up here. As we move on to the next hole, the lead is at 4.
The 5th at Emery Beach Ridge looks pretty, but it's pretty tough too.
It certainly is, and as we've seen, features of this golf course, lots of run-out areas everywhere. Again, green sits up on a small plateau, but there's a spine running diagonal through this green. Trying to get it on the correct level can be tedious.
And this putt to move into the top 20. So close. Putting for par. Now 7 shots behind after that. The 6th hole, a par 5, but is it gettable in 2?
Not really. This is a long par 5 here. Best played, I think, as a 3-shotter. Anything out to the right-hand side off the tee is just fine. But this is where it gets a little interesting. Do you lay it up short of this bunker here, or do you try and fit it in between those two right there? A decision must be made, and from there, that'll determine whether or not you can be aggressive for your 3rd shot, or you have to be a little on the conservative side.
That's heading in the wrong direction. That's not a bad outcome. I know it's not on the fairway, but it'll do. Wonderfully played. Time to find out what's happening at the 13th hole. Well, let's take a look at what Max Homa can deliver here. 5 strokes behind our leader. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Currently at +1 for the day.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
Yeah, you've got to hug it down the left-hand side as best you can to avoid being blocked out by some large trees down the right. From there, slightly downhill for your 2nd shot to a green that's protected by water and bunkers everywhere.
This is a bomb.
Oh, sit. Hang in there.
Well, Rich, not only is Max extremely talented on the course, but everyone seems to love him off the course as well.
The king of Twitter now roasting all the other players in the field this week. What an unbelievable performance. This guy's got it all. His swing is phenomenal. The short game is there, makes the big putts when he needs to. His game all around is as good as anybody's when he's in full flight. It's a lot of fun to watch him play.
Starting this one way out to the left.
This putt is for par, and it would be a big one. That one drops. As we move on to the next hole, it's a 3-shot cushion for our leader. Over to number 8. It's a par 3.
And again, you've got another raised green that's surrounded by a large bunker out to the right and a small pot bunker on the left-hand side. Green runs pretty strong from back to front, making that front pin oh so much more difficult.
That was such a pure swing. Good distance remains on this long putt. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
Pretty sure this is breaking pretty hard to the right.
Come on. From 10 feet away.
This is for par.
Give me this one. Ample room out to the right.
A 3-foot putt.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down.
Let's take a moment to update everything on the course with a look at the leaderboard. Here's a quick look at how things stand. It's a 3-shot advantage for our leader. That's a good one to build momentum on. A look at the lie in the greenside rough. Oh, almost had it. Now this putt for birdie. The putt goes in. That's a birdie, and that's the way you bounce back. After that hole, our featured player is making a move. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Premium on accuracy here off the tee. Dotted bunkers down the left, larger ones down the right. And for the first time, we don't have any hazards around this green. But don't let that fool you. Look at that green. It looks like the hood of my 71 Super Beetle.
All right, Henny, what does this look like?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe.
Even for the day.
All right, let's get back to the action. A chance to move inside the top 10. Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's going to move right to left.
This starts on a really good line and still looking good. It's going to go! He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole.
The 11th, a par 3, Rich.
Yeah, challenging one at that, Luke. Really no room for error if you're trying to find the surface. A lot of players actually be trying to come up a little bit short and certainly left of this green, leaving the easy chip or an easy chip as possible on this very difficult par 3.
Oh, that was left all the way off the club. This is a lengthy putt here. A bit too much pace on that one. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Max Homa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 18th.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
Going with the 3-iron. This now, his 3rd shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. He's currently in a tie for 3rd here.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
And Rich, now that we're at the 13th, it's finally dawned on me that this is a golf course where you don't want to spray it.
Look, this is a drivable par 4 here, but if you're going to find the surface with your driver, you're a better man than I am. Just lay it up out to the right-hand side and take a wedge. Find the surface here in 2. Runoffs everywhere on this short but challenging hole.
Well, it's fair to say that Max Homa is filled with confidence these days, isn't he? And it just seems like he's going to keep adding title after title to his resume.
Yeah, what can you say more about Max? I mean, his game is just continually to evolve year in and year out. And it just seems like with every step that he takes, it's gargantuan for his confidence because he's just a tour-bred winner.
An opportunity to make a par here. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The 14th at Emery Beach is a par 4 that looks like there's some width there, but you still need to put the ball in the right positions.
It's got a little width to it. You want to favor the right-hand side, but avoiding that bunker, obviously. From there, your second shot, a forced carry over another large bunker, but this time into a green that's slightly user-friendly with golf balls feeding in from the right-hand side.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. John, have you got a good read on this one?
This one's going to go up the hill and to the right, I believe.
That's disappointing. Just 3 feet to the cup. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently at -1 following that hole.
We've hit the par 4, 15th hole. Coming out of the thick stuff. That is a wonderful shot out of the rough.
Getting better, getting better.
Here's a putt to get into a share of 2nd place. Chalk up another. That's the 6th birdie of the day. We have a par 3 here. This is a 9-iron on the way. Might be too much club here. Out of the sand. That was the right distance and the right club. Well done. This putt for a bogey. Here's a look at the way things stand. Our featured player is in a tie for second. The 17th hole is a par 4.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. On the green and a chance to save par. Okay, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 5-shot advantage for our leader. Time for the tee shot at 18.
If you are going to go for this green in 2, you better be sure about what you are doing. A long par 5, most of the players just a 3-shotter. You want to lay up into a very narrow area right there, but the third shot, though, to a pretty inviting green, it must be said, but accuracy, as always, distance control, as always, imperative.
Ooh, yeah, this one's headed right.
Oh, anywhere but there, not in the water. And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. Even 2 putts would be good from here. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
This one should swing out to the left, and I'm pretty sure it'll come back to the right.
How did that not go in? Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for second place. 5 feet remains. That is all for today. Well, sometimes you don't have your best stuff, and that appeared to be the case today.
That was a pretty lackluster performance today, wasn't it? Really nothing going on out there. Average would probably be the best thing I can say about that round.
That will do it for us today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvy, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. Have a great K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Hey, it's the final round of the Norwood Invitational right now. Andrew Catalan here, pleased to have you back with us. Our featured player is starting the day in the top 20 as we get things underway. Second shot here at 1.
Going with less club. Let's see how this turns out.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. This one is 13 feet out.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
Henny, how tricky is this one?
I've given it a good look. I see this one going left at the hole.
The putt goes in, and it's a par to open things up.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
And now to the par 3 second.
Nothing like getting punched right in the jaw early in your round. Big bunker fronting this green. You got a little pot bunker there on the right-hand side. The green sits up above the tee just a little bit. Lots of elevation, lots of fall-offs. And whatever you do, please Don't be long. Don't go swimming.
Time to get back to the course. This one greenside in the rough. Let's see if he can save par. Let's check in with Henny.
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
That looked good for a while. 6 feet to the hole. Unfortunately, that drops him to 2 over for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
That is a massive drive.
I thought it was going to hang on, but nope.
Big opportunity here. A putt for birdie. Way too much on that one. 8 feet remain. Wow. And now this putt for bogey. As we move on to the next, he falls to 3 over par for the event. And we're on the tee of the par 4 fourth hole.
Difficult tee shot right here. You've got water way left, but you got a bunker that runs all the way down the left-hand side of this hole. Small little bunker there in the middle of the fairway, but not really reachable. From the second shot, it's a pretty flat, generous, open area that you can run your golf ball up and onto, but anything out to the right-hand side will run off into a low area.
This is a 150-yard shot.
Downwind on this shot.
In this wind, what that says to me is he struck that good.
All right, chirp, chirp. Let's see if we can put a birdie on the scorecard. There's a birdie, and that's just what the doctor ordered after bogey on the previous hole.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
Coming off a birdie at the last, looking to add another one.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
John, give us a small update.
Well, I'm down here on the second hole, and Justin Thomas just getting ready to hit.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Good mid-range putt, this one. An 18-footer.
This for a birdie run.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, it's really tough to see, but it's going to be straight and then just switch left.
Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
This hole is a long par 5.
Long par 5, only the biggest hitters in the game have any hope of reaching it. Most players electing to play it as a 3-shotter. The layup area does get a little interesting. Either you lay it up well back or you challenge the layup into a narrow little area bisected by 2 bunkers. If you do that, it definitely then becomes a birdie opportunity.
Here is his fourth. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
Most demanding tee shot on the golf course by a wide margin. You've got to lay it up down the left-hand side as close to the water as you can to avoid being blocked out by those trees on the right. Second shot is downhill to a green that is deep in length, not particularly wide, so you find the surface. Better make sure you hit it the right distance.
What a beautiful shot into the 7th green, and now a birdie putt coming up.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Here's a look at Max Homa from earlier today. Before we go back to live play, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And now back to even par for the tournament. We've made our way to a par 3.
Massive gaping bunker down the right-hand side, and just a small little pot bunker there on the left. Again, raised green, not much to it. It does tilt pretty good from back to front. Front hole locations awfully challenging.
Ooh, bad kick. This one's going right.
Setting up in the greenside rough. He needs this one to save par. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
Par putt goes to the bottom of the cup. After that hole, he's still at even. Now to the par 5 9th hole.
Here's Justin Thomas. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, that one looked pretty good off the blade, and it's looking pretty good on the green too.
Time to get back to live play.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
A look at the lie in the greenside rough. A chance here to get to 1 under for the event. Okay, Henny, what can you tell us about this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Just too long on that one. And now a 6-footer is left.
This is important. Big par putt here.
As we move on to the next hole, it's a 3-shot cushion for our leader. Now to the 10th hole, it's a par 4.
Premium on accuracy here as bunkers are down the right-hand side and just a little small one down the left to get your attention. From there, for the first time, we don't have any hazards around this green, but don't let that fool you. It drops off on all sides.
All right, let's get right back out to the action. There was a game plan there, and that approach was executed nicely.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
A chance now to get into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Oh, I thought that was going down. Opportunity here to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer.
Teeing off now at the 11th hole. That's a shame. Just leaking left, that one. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left.
He's standing over his 3rd shot. 5 shots off the lead. Ooh, this is on a good line. This has got some intent. You beauty! What a putt. Now 5 strokes behind. Here we have a par 5.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
How about this shot? Heading in the right direction. And back to the play, shall we? Lining up from about 230 yards here.
Wind is going straight at his back.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
And this putt to move into a tie for second. Oh, what an eagle. Great putt. And now moving him into the top 5. Now 4 back after that hole. Welcome to the par 4 13th hole. Wow, mate, that's some golf back there. An eagle. How good. Wow, what a shot. And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Great ball striking. It's a thing of beauty.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Okay, time to return to the action. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. He's currently in the 2nd position.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Let's finish with a flurry. It'd be nice to make a move up the leaderboard. That's tidy. Well, this player's been making some moves on the leaderboard, Rich.
Yeah, looking good right now, making some significant moves out there at the moment.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, looking like around 35 feet to the cup.
Oh, that looked like a confident stroke. Is it going to go down? Just a short putt remaining here. Currently 3 under for the event.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
A tough break there. Just getting into that second cut of rough.
I'm being told John has more. John, what can you tell us?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Justin Thomas as he gets set for his next shot here on the 12th.
How about this line?
We're back. Time to have more live play. From here, he's got to be thinking 2 putts. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
I think this is going to move pretty hard left to right.
This putt from 5 feet. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard. He is in a tie for second. Now to 16. It's a par 3. On the green, that's always mission number 1. Trying to get to 4 under with this putt.
I really hope this one drops for him.
If this goes in, it's going to be so satisfying.
3 feet to the cup. Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field. The tee shot at 17.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
Here's Max Homa now. Wow, that almost went in the hole.
And we're looking at the second shot on 17. This putt to move into a share of first place.
And with only 1 hole left, a must make.
And that counts. That's the 5th birdie of the day. 4 under par and starting to build some momentum.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
That's a textbook swing.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
Bite, bite.
Man, that was unlucky. Just getting into the first cut.
Now this for a score of 65 on the round. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
I've had a look from both sides. This is a right to lefter.
Pacing is such an important part of putting. It was off right there. Henny, you're right there. What can you tell us about the putt?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
His round is in the books. 1 stroke off the lead, currently in second place. And now he'll keep a close eye on that leader finishing up. All right, we play on, Rich. It's time for the playoff.
Cannot wait. Was not ready to go away yet. Loving the action.
No margin for error here. 1 bad shot, and you're going home.
I can't wait. Let's roll.
That might be the best swing of the day. This is gettable, Rich.
This is no time to lay up. Go ahead and pull out the big stick and get after it.
It's just so disappointing ending up in the water. That's the thick stuff.
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
Well, took a chance, but it doesn't pay off, and now it's wet. The win was right there, Rich. Would you rather lose by 10 or lose in a playoff?
Losing a playoff. I want to sit there and look my opponent in the eye, and I want to force him to beat me every single day.
It's a nicer paycheck, too.
I don't play for the money. Yeah, that's really funny, too. I do play for the money. You're right.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our extended coverage of this week's playoff. On behalf of all the hardworking people here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next week.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Strap yourself in because we're about to get started for this wonderful tournament. Let's go. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. We're excited to begin this week's coverage on 2K Sports and also what's in store for us this week. Let's get down to the first hole. And as we turn our attention to this featured group, word's starting to emanate that a rivalry is brewing between the featured player and the friendly giant that's Tony Finau.
Luke, it is true what you're hearing. It's quite unbelievable because Tony Finau is not only one of the nicest humans ever, but he's also one of the most talented humans ever. I just don't know what this featured player is up to.
Well, that's the good stuff, Henny. I appreciate that intel. Be interested to see, though, if our featured player can step up and take down Tony Finau. He's one of the best out there. Henny's down there. You got a read?
I've got an old double breaker here. It's going to go left to begin with and then right.
Ooh. This is a par putt. He's currently tied for 15th. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
This one looks to be bunker bound, Rich. Not good. And the player's left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Time now for the fourth shot. That was a little bit too much power. Oh, I thought that one was going in. This putt is for double bogey. Sitting at 2 over for the day.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
Well, this will be a bonus right on 17 feet from here. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
A slight break to the right here.
That is a great birdie putt. And that'll see him move up the leaderboard after that effort. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
That's well played. Pin high.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
This one's for birdie.
And this putt to be even with Tony Finau.
Oh, what a putt.
This player is putting for fun.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Rich, the fifth is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction. So driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
It's a green seeker. Pretty sure I can see Tony Finau taking mental notes after that stellar approach shot. This rivalry's heating up.
Currently 1 under for the round. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the green. It's fairly flat, but finding it a 2, well, that's a tall order.
Standing up over this one after a bunch of birdies.
Always a good way to start. Let's see where they go from here.
Yeah, nicely played. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
I think he's got about 23 feet to go here.
4 feet to the cup.
This for par.
Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
Pete Dye put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped. You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball could end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
How close was that to going down? This would be a great up and down. This putt is about 19 feet in distance. And he's down there. You got to read?
This putt is breaking right to left.
Ooh. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
That is a high-quality shot. Got a lot of that one. This would be a good putt to make, to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 1 under. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Well, it looks like it's too much club on this one. Ouch, that hurts. Sitting at 1 under the card. Trying to crack into the top 10.
Oh, what a putt. What a play from the rough. Was hoping to get on the green and does one better.
And Rich, this player's in a precarious position. It's probably not something that we focus too much on tour. Right on that cut line or just above it is such a pressure-packed situation.
Just above the cut line currently. It is a nervous time indeed for this player.
Good looking shot this. His second shot here. Yeah, that was a safe play. Trying to get to even par with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
You know, it's tough to see, a tricky read, but it's uphill and a left-to-righter.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This is outside range for him, 26 feet.
Appears to have overcooked this one. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. And this one is for his par. 2 great shots, but 3 bad putts. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy corner to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.